The new Seachem Tidal hang-on back filters features. Are they just a gimmick or game changers? Let's talk about that here on Fish Buddy Reviews. Seachem has finally made a filter to complement their amazing line of filter media, and I'm just going to go down the list of features that are listed on the box to review them as we go. First, I'd like you to comment which feature you're most excited about, and if you haven't checked out my other reviews, you can do that on this card here. Number 1, the reversible filter cover. So basically the lid flips upside down and the media basket snaps onto it, and it allows some peace of mind that you won't spill your media all over the floor during maintenance. Media basket also snaps really nice and secure. In fact, it'll lift the lid whenever you pick it up by the basket. It will collect a little bit of water that's still in the basket as well, so don't forget to pour that out so you don't make a mess like I did. It's a really nice feature, and in my opinion, it works really well. Number 2 is the maintenance monitor, which is also part of the lid. It's a little blue peg that floats when the filter basket needs cleaned. I filled my basket to the brim with media and had to get the media to sit just right in order to keep it from floating on the initial setup. I guess this feature is okay, but I've seen it implemented better on other filters. 3 is the maximum capacity filter basket. My best guess for this being called a feature is that the motor sits inside the tank, leaving more room for what is actually a very large basket on this filter. The thin but dense coarse foam pad allows for tons of filter media. It's great for different combinations of different media like carbon or purigen, as well as pH buffering media like crushed coral or peat. The way water is designed to flow through the removable internal basket possibly makes this filter more efficient than an aqua clear, which allows some water to bypass its mechanical filter sponge. Number 4 is the adjustable leveling device. I'll allow it to be called a feature due to its unique take on the device that's used. It's a plastic screw with a rubber O-ring which screws into a square that slides into the filter basket. This allows the filter to be used on the thinnest of tanks. And while I haven't tried this, I could probably be used on a 10-gallon if you really wanted some overfiltration. I had to make a shim to use an AquaClear 110 on a 37-gallon tall. Overall, it's a great feature. Number 5 is the adjustable intake flow. It's something I was initially excited about. When setting this filter up, I noticed the knob moved about easily, potentially allowing a large fish to bump it and close or open it. This did happen to me when I checked after about a week. My Oscar had closed it. The other disappointing aspect is you can only close the intake tube and not the surface skimmer. This feature could use an update in future generations of this filter in my opinion, but overall it's a decent feature. Number 6, the self-priming pump. It sits inside the tank covered by the intake tube, and the manual says the impeller is self-cleaning. The pump is pretty quiet with only a moderate humming sound. The self-priming part works flawlessly and it's pretty freaking amazing. With the pump being in the tank underwater, the basket can be completely empty and will start with no problems, providing the tank's water level is appropriate. And if the skimmer didn't break the siphon keeping the water in the basket, the self-priming pump would keep you from needing to take cups full of water to fill the entire filter before starting it. Number 7, the heater holder. This feature is optional and it's not installed out of the box. You simply remove the cover over the pump and slide it up the slit on the side and replace the pump cover. This is handy for better heat distribution. The downsides to this feature is my Oscar practically bumped the heater out of the clip within 4 weeks of it running. Also, it doesn't hold my Aqueon Pro 200 watt heater all that well. Well enough, just not super confidently. I still think it's a nice new feature. Number 8, flow adjuster. I'm saving the starring feature for last, so you get feature 9 and then 8. With that being said, feature 9 is your typical flow adjuster, which has become pretty standard on larger hang-on back filters. The only exception is that Tidal's flow adjuster is that it has a huge range from just a trickle to a heavy flowing stream. I would say it's an improvement to an already nice feature on most other filters. Number 9, the surface skimmer. The final and most unique feature as far as I'm aware is the surface skimmer. If you know of another hang-on back foot with a surface skimmer, please comment the model and brand below. I'm surprised at how well this little overflow does. It even pulls the flake floating plants to the side of the tank. Like I mentioned earlier, you cannot shut off the surface skimmer, and you can only allow the intake to do some of the work. If you like to let your filter run full flow, it will start to make a grinding noise if you let the water level fall too low. You would think this level would be at the minimum water level line on the filter, however it's not. So now even though the water is above the minimum water level, whenever you plug this filter back in, it'll start to grind. You you can lower the level. You can lower the flow and it'll stop. Until it picks up to go above high enough over the motor to where you can turn the flow back up. Which you see actually takes a while. And if you keep your tank extra full the way I tend to, the surface skimmer will be submerged. It will still draw water in, but will not skim the surface, at least not to the degree as intended. And as you can see here, I put in some flakes to test it whenever it's super full, and it just doesn't draw the flakes down into the surface skimmer. Overall, another great feature, although I wish I had a little more control. So that's it for the features. Comment below which feature you like the most and least about this filter. Thanks for watching this Fish Buddy review. Don't forget to subscribe to catch future reviews, breeding guides, and unboxings. Click that like button if you enjoyed this review and share with anybody who may be interested in this filter. Catch you next time. Thanks again for watching.